All right, we feel great. There's no question about that. Survived their early start where they made their first 4 threes, and after that, we were fortunate they missed a bunch of them. But I thought our team, the last few minutes of the first half, really grew some today. We played with some poise. We had a couple of things going wrong, and yet 5 guys got together and got it straightened out. The last play before the half, we were holding for the last shot. We were going to run a man-to-man play, and they switched to zone. Marcus called zone. Everybody got in the right spots. We ended up getting a layup. I think that was huge for us. Last 5 or 6 minutes, Steve said we outscored them 7-0 or 9-0 to end the half. And in the second half, I think our defense was more active. We came up with loose balls, came up with some turnovers, and then all of a sudden we got our break going as well. And you know, we'd like to play the perfect game all the time. You can't do that, but still, I thought we did some good things, and very, very pleased.
Well, you guys have now won 5 straight games. Do you feel like you're hitting kind of a rhythm at this point?
I never feel like that. I feel like that every day we got to play the best we can possibly play, or the world's going to end. So I'm never going to be satisfied. You know, I mean, Armageddon's coming around the corner if we don't play great. It's the way I look at it. So I've never been one to look down the schedule and try to decide which games we could win or which games would be difficult or which games we'd probably lose. We just play as hard as we can play.
Well, what did you talk about the turnovers? What did you like about your defense maybe the last 30 minutes or so as a whole?
Well, there's no question that the turnovers is a big part of our game because we like to run the ball. And in the open court, we make some good decisions, and I think that led to some good basketball and with some open shots around the basket. We still gave them too many things inside. We had a difficult time handling Sherman there for a while, but you know, they shoot 50% in the second half. You don't like that, but we shoot 54. You know, so it's one of those games where the ball was going in the basket. But I thought we were more active defensively, and I thought we were more active defensively and came up with turnovers.
Did you like? Was it more attacking the ball? Did you feel like you guys attacked the ball?
I don't know. You know, a big emphasis for us is to keep the ball in front of you. We said if you have to give him another half step, give him the step. So I don't know what I'd say attacking there, but I think everybody else away from the ball was much more active, yeah.
How about the free throw shooting down the stretch?
I thought it was really, really good. 16 of 21. JP said that he'd take all the load for everybody's misses kind of thing, but JP was great today. I told him in the locker room, other than the free throws, I thought he was great. Loose balls and steals and taking the ball to the basket, all those things. But I never get too high or too low about free throws because there's always another day. We keep working on them every day, but I think that James Michael, 6 for 6, had to make him feel better. It made his gray-haired old coach feel better. So hopefully his mom and dad and me are the ones that sit over there and we're saying prayers and doing everything, but that was good.
Marcus, James Michael, what do you think has turned around for you guys defensively? Did you just decide to be better defensively lately? What snapped?
I think the biggest thing was probably just our sense of urgency on defense, but with that, just being disciplined and then just being really sound. Coach uses that word a lot, and I think that really just has to do with, you know, 1 through 5 playing together and realizing that, you know, although we do strive to play perfect defense, someone is, you know, eventually going to mess up, but, you know, there's 4 other guys out there on the court that can help cover up for that. So I think that's the biggest thing, just really trying to get the defense or get the offense, you know, out of their rhythm and really just take them away.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, aside from the effort, which we've talked about a lot, you know, just increasing our activity and effort on defense, we've been working a lot on guarding the ball and staying in front of the ball so we don't have to have guys help. And I think the fact that we've done a better job doing that has allowed our defense to be a little more successful, so guys aren't always in scrambles and rotations, and guys are just defending the ball better. So that's definitely helped.
JP, there's been a couple games this year where the team has struggled offensively early, and you kind of stepped up and given a little bit of offensive production until it kind of catches up. Did you sense that today? Was that kind of emphasis? I think you had 9 field goal attempts pretty early, which is not your typical thing.
No, one of the things we said, you know, pregame before we come out is attack under control. And I just had the opportunities early on in the game, had 2 open shots, drove the basketball, just looked for shots, moved the ball around. If the shot was there, I was going to take it. If it wasn't, move it. So I wasn't, you know, I was being aggressive at the same time. It's not like I saw my other teammates, you know, not being able to get the ball in there into the basket or anything like that.
JP, how important were transition opportunities? You got out in transition a couple times. That seems to ground. What does that do for momentum and
It definitely swings it for us. You know, a big dunk from anybody on the team gets everybody going, trying to get another stop, trying to get another one, and that's what we did tonight. I mean today, I'm sorry, this afternoon. Excuse me. Just like in the second half, you know, we got a big steal, got a tip out, got down the court, got a big dunk. We got, you know, Mac with hitting the boards in the first half and got a tip slam. So, I mean, those kind of plays gets the energy up and keeps us going.
What did you feel about playing in this building and now starting a new rivalry with Notre Dame as an ACC rivalry?
Who's that for? Who's the question for? I'm sorry.
Oh, anybody who wants to take it. Coach?
Okay. You know, I've been here before. It's my first game coaching against them as a head coach here. We played Notre Dame in Maui a couple of years ago. I think the ACC, the league, is really exciting what's happening. I'm old school. I still remember we played everybody twice, and there was some beauty to that as well. But what we have now is fantastic, and the league is only going to get better. I love going to new places. I'd love to go to new places where it's 75 degrees instead of 7 feet of snow, though, a little bit more. But you know, Mike does a big-time job here, and Notre Dame's a fantastic school, and we're ecstatic about them being part of the ACC.
Marcus, I'll ask you the same thing I asked Coach earlier, just about finding your rhythm. You know, winning 5 games in a row, does it feel like you found something that works?
Yeah, I do believe in a little bit of rhythm, unlike him. But I think we've had some success, and we've been able to build off of it, and it's given us some confidence. So we know what we're capable of doing now. You know, we're not struggling as much. We're still not perfect by any means, but we understand that, you know, our defense can get us through our tough stretches on offense, and guys are figuring out their roles and what works well. And I think as long as we, you know, continue to stick to that and build off that, that we can keep this run going.
You know, and I've said before, the more you make, the more you make. It's in golf, the more putts you make, the more you make. I'm not saying that I don't like this, but I'm sure Dickens not going to say, oh, we're going to win the next 26 because we won 5 games in a row. But I like the way we're doing some things, and I think the kids have gotten more confident, and I think that's a huge part of it.
Coach, along the same lines, had some really big wins early in the year. Do you think this team right now as a whole is playing better than even in some of those games early?
Consistently, yes, because you know, we had a great game and then we'd have a terrible game. But I think we're much more consistent now, and I think the kids are much more confident, as I said, and believe in what we're doing. And you know, but we got some big time games left. I can't remember who it is we play next, but we got some big time games.
Anybody else here? I know you hate asking for questions at press conferences, so we can bring the players out here. Are you done with Coach? One more. Coach?
Yeah.
You mentioned the free throw shooting with JP, but how have the different elements of his game developed throughout this season?
Clark Kellogg would call JP a stat sheet stuffer. I mean, last game he has 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, a couple of blocks. I mean, he's a young man who's getting better and better and better every day. And he's understanding his game and his strengths and his limitations in everything every single day. And he has that athleticism that is off the charts, and he's learning how to use that more and more every single day. But I'm really proud of the way that he's changed some things. He's hard-headed as this daggum table sometimes, but he's trying, and he's doing some better things too.